Hello there. We all read about great mathematicians, and there's incredibly a lot out there. Um, not so many, unfortunately, these days, but over the last 500 years, there's been a lot. But I have to say, if you've never heard of one particular fellow, if you get a chance, read about him. He was the best. Luca Pacioli, 14, late 1400, early 1500. He wrote a book called Define Proportion. He's famous, and they fob him off for doing something accountants, but forget that. What the Define Proportion was the thing he was meant to do. He was a normal fellow. A chap. He just liked maths, and he just knew he needed to concentrate his brain, as if God told him to do something. You need to go and do this. Find this out for me. So basically, he wasn't hardly religious at the time, but he put himself into a monastery so he could spend his time and quietness working and just concentrate on his maths. And that's devotion for you. And for that, I think the reward was he got the book. He came up with the angles, which Leonardo obviously went to use. And but his book was Divine Proportion, and it was the best maths in the entire world, and it always will be. I when I used to do things, I always thought of Luca Pacioli. He was one of those people. It was just a phenomenon. For 40 years he sat down and studied maths quietly, where he knew another 500 year, even another 500 year from now, they still won't appreciate his maths. It was that good. And Define Proportion was, it, it will take another 500 years for people to actually be able to talk about him openly, because government departments are still using his angles and numbers. That's how good he is. He's absolutely awesome. If you get a chance, Luca Pacioli, Define Proportion. You'll love it. Yeah, a brilliant guy. God bless.